What's happening, ITP? Paranormal Phil here again. I'm so glad you joined me as we take another look
into the paranormal.
So in this week's video, we're going to be talking about,
Is there life after death? What happens after we die?
So before we get started, if you're new to the channel, be sure to hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below to get notified when I post my next video. Also, if you like this video and all the other ones, be sure to give them a like. So let's get started. The question is, what happens to us after we die? Do we go to
heaven or hell?
Do we
end up in some kind of limbo, such as here on earth?
Or do we
get reincarnated into the next life?
These are some of the things we're going to look into in this video. What happens to us after
our spirit leaves our body?
So let's talk about the most popular belief out there, which is heaven and hell. We're going to start with heaven first. Heaven, which is mostly a Christian and Catholic faith belief, that when we die, we go to the pearly gates up high up in the sky, meet Jesus, God, live on the streets of gold and in paradise. But that's not the only version of heaven that there is in different religions and belief systems. There's the Pure Lands, which is Buddhist version of heaven. There is Tian, which is the Chinese version. There's Valhalla, which is the Norse or the Vikings, which they believe they went to a great hall in Asgard. And then, of course, there is the Summerland, which is a Wiccan belief of heaven. Now, and nobody really knows what or where we go after we leave our physical bodies. But I do believe we do go to either a higher plane of existence or a lower plane of existence, which can be construed as heaven and hell. So next is hell. What is hell? Well, the Christian Catholic faith and the Bible would have you believe that it is a fiery lake with the devil and place where people are tortured and tormented and punished for the bad things that they've done in their life here on earth. But there are some, and even a Catholic bishop, that stated that hell does not exist, that it was made up by the Catholic Church to scare the heck out of people. Now, we could also go to a lower plane of existence, which can be construed as hell. And what happens where we're just tormented or lost in that? We don't know. We don't know what happens to us after we leave our physical bodies. Where do we go? Now, there are some that'll believe that hell is here on earth. While we're living, this is our hell and our chance to ascend to that higher plane of existence, heaven, if you wish, or wherever you believe you go. But whatever happens, there is going to be some thought of heaven and hell based on different religions, different belief systems. So it's up to you to figure out where you're going to go after you leave your physical body. Next, we're going to talk about limbo. So what happens to us if we don't go to heaven or that higher plane of existence or the lower plane of existence? Do we end up in some kind of limbo or purgatory? Is the spirits that we see here on earth, is are they stuck in some kind of limbo until they do ascend to heaven or that higher plane or lower plane of existence? Uh, Only time will tell, and only we'll know after we die. Now, limbo could also be such things as near death experiences, NDEs, or OBEs, which are out of body experiences, where I had a friend that had a near death experience, and he mentioned that he was over his body watching the paramedics work on him, tried to revive him, which luckily they did. But is that some kind of limbo? And do we just stick there until we ascend, or like I said, is it us showing ourselves through that higher plane of existence or lower plane of existence? So the last thing we're going to talk about is reincarnation. Now, reincarnation is where after our physical body dies and our soul leaves, we enter into a new life, a new form, and a new body, whether it's human or animal or plant. Now, many religions believe in this, such as Buddhism, Hinduism, and Wiccans, along as well as a couple other religions. But there are religions such as Judaism, Christianity, and Islam that do not believe in reincarnation. They believe that once we leave our physical bodies and our souls ascend to heaven, that is it. But there are those that have had past life regressions or been able to talk about a past life of a person that existed that nobody, they would not know of otherwise. And how do you explain that? But to each religion and faith, their own belief system. It's up to you to decide what is what you want to believe. Now, as far as Wiccans believe the Summerland, we go to the Summerland and we stay there to reflect on life a little bit before re-entering a new body, a new form. Now, do we? We don't know. But I certainly believe we do have past lives. We've come back into a new form. We came into a new body. And once we leave our physical bodies, our memories of our time here on earth are erased, and we start into a new one and make new memories, make new choices. And sometimes those memories of the past life do not get fully erased, and we remember those past lives through past life regression, which is hypnotism. Some people just happen, as a child, happen to describe how they died in the past life. It's happened. All this and more is going to be in the comments description down below on the afterlife. You can look at how different religions see the afterlife. You're going to see the video down in the description below of the Catholic bishop that said hell doesn't exist, and a few other links that I'm going to put in there for the afterlife and everything like that, and let you decide. So do you believe we go to heaven or hell? Do you believe we reincarnate Do you think we end up in some kind of limbo? Or what are your thoughts on the afterlife? Tell me in the comments down below. And like I said, if you're new to this channel, please hit the subscribe button and the notification bell down below to let me know, so you know when the next video is. And be sure to hit the like. Until next time, I shall see you on the dark side.